Hello, hello. This is Kendra Tillman, and I am coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. And I am the founder of StrongHer Me Coaching and Consulting. And I'm looking forward to tonight and sharing this vision that I have for a leadership program that is designed for women who are in helping professions, who are wanting to learn, how do I care for myself in the midst of all that I'm doing to care for others? And you and I, if you say yes to this journey with me, you and I are going to spend the next 90 days working on that goal together of you being equipped with tools, community, the support that you need in order to be the leader that aligns with how you envision yourself to be. And I think one of the very first steps towards that is ensuring that you are caring for your soul in the midst of caring for others. And so tonight, I wanted to give you a look inside of the StrongHer Leadership Cohort program. I didn't plan to drawing this out and making this a long thing. I'm hoping to be able to share what I want to share with you in about 20 minutes. So whether you are watching this with us live or if you are watching this as a replay, I wanted to make sure that this was something that you would easily be able to go back and watch and get what you need out of this. So when you are watching, as you are watching live and you start to join us live, feel free to drop comments, any questions that you have. I've tried to think about questions that I think people may have about this program. The reason I got this idea is I was thinking about the fact that I am an avid reader. And when I go on Amazon, one of the things that I like to do on Amazon is they have a tab on their books that says look inside. And so basically what that allows you to do is to take a look at the table of contents, read a chapter of the book if you would like, and it allows you to get a preview and a sense of, you know what, is this actually what I'm expecting it to be? Is it something that I'm interested in, something that I desire? And if it is, then you can take that next step of actually making the investment in the book. And so that's what I want to do for you tonight as I give you this preview of the StrongHer Leadership Cohort. I want to let you look inside. I want to give you a preview of what you can expect if you say yes to this program. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you. And if you're watching this live with us, would you please do me a favor and share this on your timeline? If you are on Facebook watching this, if you're on YouTube, send a link to somebody that you know. Maybe there is a woman that you know that would truly benefit from a program like this. Don't be afraid to share that with her. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. All right, so here we go. So let's get our look inside of this program. So first of all, this is a virtual program. And really, the reason why it was designed is over the last year, I would say, as I've been working with my coaching clients, one of the topics that keeps coming up over and over and over again is how at capacity we all are, how tired we all are. And yet, there really doesn't seem to be any end in sight. And what I have known in the years that I have been a coach in the work that I do with women in the StrongHer Me coaching and consulting, as well as the work that I do with my husband and another couple in marriage ministry, is that we are all learning how do we give the time, the effort, the energy that we need to the vision and the purposes that we feel called to, and then also make sure that we're caring for our own soul, because caring for your soul is so important. And it is more than just important. it's a vital part of you really being able to have the longevity that you want to have as a business owner, the longevity that you want to have in ministry, the longevity that you want to have in your relationships that really are important to you, that matter to you, with the people that you love and care about. And so, if we are in this for the long haul, then we better learn how to effectively show up for not only the people that we're caring for, but also for ourselves. And so that's what tonight is all about, is giving you a look inside of this program and letting you know what you can actually expect. So, first of all, one of the first questions that I wanted to answer for you is, what exactly is a coaching cohort? So, a coaching cohort is where you get a group of people together and they're all working towards shared goals, and they have the guidance of a coach and someone like me. And so, one of the powerful things about being in an environment like that versus just the environments that you are already probably a part of, right? You probably already have friends and relationships, people that are encouraging you and championing you and telling you how great you are. They may be even sharing your products and your services, or they may be even referring people to you and things like that. However, there are challenges that you are facing if you are in a position where, as a woman who is in a position to be supporting others and giving care to others. And so you need a safe space, a place where you can come and you can get the support that you need on a professional and a personal level. And so that's what this coaching cohort is designed to do. It's not only designed to help you professionally, but it's also designed to help you personally and help you address those different areas that you need. And cohorts, what they do is they give you the structure, they give you accountability, and they also give you support that allow you to achieve deeper and more sustainable results compared to going through something like this by yourself. It's the same reason why people decide to go back to college. Maybe they have been in a profession for a while and they really have mastered the work that they're doing, but maybe they want to go even deeper, take it to another level. And they need the structure of showing up every single week in a classroom setting, or they need the structure of meeting every single week with a group of people. Because let's be honest, it can be challenging, especially when you are trying to do something and learn something that you've never done before. It can be very, very challenging to stay focused without that accountability and also without the structure that comes with being a part of a program. And so that is a big part of what we offer to you in our program, is the accountability, the structure, and the support that you need. So again, you may be thinking, why do I need a coach and a community? Can't I just do this on your own, right? And of course you could. Absolutely. You can get in there and do it on your own. Like I could, if I wanted to, I could paint my house if I wanted to. If that was something that I wanted to invest the time and effort and the energy into, I could do it myself. However, there are certain things that I know the best use of my time is for me to go out and get support and get the help that I need. So many times people work with a coach or any type of professional, whether it's a coach or not, because you want to speed up your results. You want to maximize the time that you have and shorten that learning curve, right? And so part of what I do as a coach is not actually not giving you answers to what I think your problems or challenges are. I help you start to see more of things maybe that you aren't seeing on your own. Actually, I was talking to a client just yesterday, and one of the things that she said, that the ways that coaching has benefited her is it helps her see those things that she doesn't necessarily see on her own. It helps her see the blind spots, right? It also can hold up a mirror to you for you to really be able to see who you are and why things are happening in your life the way that they are happening. And maybe you've been stuck for a really long time trying to figure that out on your own, and then getting the support of someone who is that's what I do. That's what my specialty is, to come in and to support you in that way, can actually help you move past that so you can even get into some of the other things in your life that you would like to be doing or achieving or accomplishing, but you haven't been able to because you maybe are stuck in this one specific area of your life. And so I'm able to help you really push past those obstacles. Now, the community aspect of it is really about the collective growth that we all experience when we're in community. Again, you can do a lot of things on your own, right? So there's this proverb that says, not a biblical proverb, but a proverb that says, if you want to go far, go alone. I mean, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, right? So if it's not just about the speed, it's also about how far can you go. I can tell you there's been so many times in my life where being a part of a group was the difference maker for me. It was the thing that took me all the way to where I could not have even imagined, even something physical. So for example, I remember training for a half marathon. And I remember joining a group at my gym, and that very first run that we went on, I will never forget. And I remember thinking, so a half marathon is 13.1 miles. And I remember on that first run, all we did was run 1 mile. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to run 13 miles when I feel like I'm dying running 1 mile? But week after week, over the course of 4 months, I just kept showing up. I kept doing the work that I was asked to do in between the times when we were meeting on a weekly basis. And consistently, I would see myself getting stronger and faster. And people that used to be way ahead of me, I was now running right in step with them. And to me, that is the perfect analogy of why community and a coach makes such a difference in the progress that we have. And so if you want to get to where you're trying to go, and you want to get stronger, and you want to see change, and you want to see progress, I think that is one of the best reasons for you to be in a program like this. So, some of the key elements of the program, I'm going to talk to you in general about this, and then I'm going to get really specific so you can see exactly what you would be getting if you join this program. So, some of the key elements of our leadership program is the personalized coaching and the support. A lot of people right now are taking online courses, and let me tell you, my part of my background, not only am I a coach, but I have a degree in teaching. Um, I also taught in schools. I also have a gift for being a teacher. But even beyond that, I know how to help you look at what it is that you desire and get to where it is that you want to go, and how to make that personal. And one of the things that I know about online learning is that sitting down with you and a computer is not for everybody. Some people need the accountability of live bodies, of knowing that there are people that are waiting on them, people that will know if they're not showing up, that'll know if they're not missing. And so that personalized coaching that I provide to you is there for you, so that you know that there is somebody who is waiting on you and who cares whether or not you show up for this. And for many people, that is one of the reasons they can be consistent in it, right? It's the difference between going to the gym on your own versus meeting your personal trainer right there at the gym for you. There's the interactive workshop aspect of this that we'll talk about in just a second. And this is a unique opportunity. This program, this is the first time that I have hosted this program. And I'm so excited to be finally sharing this program with people, because for the longest time it's been an idea in my head but not really realized. And so because of that, there are some unique aspects of this. If you are one of the first of the women, the first group of women to go through this, you're going to be able to help me shape what this program looks like for people in the future. And then you're going to be able to track your progress. So this is not just a bunch of nice pie in the sky, nebulous kind of things that you can't wrap your arms around. You're not going to know if you've grown or changed in any way from the start of the program to the end. We actually have a way to support you in tracking your progress throughout this program. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what this program actually looks like. Okay. So I wanted to be as specific as I could be in the short time that I have with you. So for 90 days, you and I will be working together, you, me, and a group of other women who also say yes to this. So here is the cadence of what this will look like. This is a program where we are going to be meeting multiple times in a month together. Okay. And so in month one in this program, we are going to be building the foundation. So our topic for the 90 days for this fall of 2024 is going to be all around soul care habits. Future programs might have a different theme, but for the fall of 2024, we're going to be focused on helping you build some soul care habits as a woman who is in a helping profession and supporting other people, helping you care for yourself. So in month one, building the foundation, we're going to kick off, of course, with the orientation where you and I will connect. You'll connect with the other women that are in your cohort, and we will look at the big vision of this, listening to you and hearing what your aspirations are and what your needs are and what you want to gain from this program. That'll be our kickoff with our orientation. Then we'll go the following week, we will go right into our very first workshop together. So the difference between the workshop and the group coaching is that in a workshop setting, I do more of the talking. It is very interactive and engaging. There'll be activities and different things and ways for you to engage with the content, the ways for you to engage with the women that are also in the cohort with you. And so it'll be more teaching. It'll be more me facilitating conversations and things. When we move into a group coaching is about us applying what we talked about during the workshops. So you have time to actually go and try and implement some of the things that we talked about in a workshop, and then go use the group coaching to ask your questions and to get coaching around, okay, I hear what you're saying where this is concerned, but this is where I'm struggling and I need support in helping me to move forward with this. So in that very first workshop, we're going to be talking about embracing rest and renewal. So what does it look like for us to embrace rest? And I want to talk about this to kick us off around soul care habits, because I want you to know that rest is restoration. It is a form of you being restored, right? The word rest is in the word restoration. So how can you show up effectively as a leader if you are stressed out, burnout, you don't have any capacity to give to anyone else? And so that's what we're going to talk about in that very first workshop. And then to follow that up, how do you start integrating the rest and renewal? That's a rhythm that you can start to create in your life of rest and renewal. And so that is what we will follow up in our very first group coaching session together. And then our second workshop, we're going to talk about self-compassion. Okay, because you learning how to have compassion for yourself is going to help you be more compassionate to others. It's going to help make you a more compassionate leader. And so we want to talk about that again in that very first month as we are building a foundation. And then in our second group coaching session together, we'll look at how do you build community, connection, connection and soul care? Like what is the connection between those, and making sure that you are getting what you need, or as you are making sure others are getting what they need. Okay. And so I see that there are people on, and if anybody has any questions and you want to start dropping those in the comments, please feel free to do that. Like I said, I have questions in mind as I'm going through this, but I would love to hear some questions from you all if you have them. So in the month 2 of the program, we're going to be talking about authentic leadership. And the reason why we're talking about authentic leadership is because many times when women come to me and they talk about being more confident in their leadership, really what they're saying is they want to be more authentic because they don't feel in alignment with what they're presenting to the rest of the world. They're showing up in a way that doesn't really reflect who they are. And so one of the things that we're going to have a workshop around is about cultivating self-awareness. Okay, because self-awareness is so important. Actually, I just had a conversation with someone about this very thing today. As she's learning more and more about who she is, it is really giving her a lot of clarity about the other things that she wants in her life. And then in that next group coaching session, as a follow-up to that, we're going to talk about navigating challenges, the challenges that are going to start popping up as you are making these shifts and changes in your life. You are going to have some challenges that you are going to have to face and deal with. And so we want to address those during our group coaching time together. And then in our next workshop, we'll look at practicing gratitude and mindfulness. And we're looking at gratitude as a foundation for how we become more resilient. And I have some stories to share with you from my own life about a season of my life where resilience was such a huge part of how I was able to move forward in my life and actually start doing the work that I'm doing now. But it actually came out of a very devastating time, and learning gratitude became a really important aspect of that for me as I was able to move forward. And so our group coaching session around that, I don't have anything specific there because we will use that session for us to address any area up until that point. Because at that point, we will have been together for 2 months, and any type of challenges that you find yourself dealing with that are hindering you from actually applying some of the principles and things that we've talked about is what we will use that group coaching session for. And then finally, in our month 3 is when we will get into talking about building resilience and sustainable leadership. And so it is we're going to be able to sustain ourselves on our leadership journey when we learn some tools and strategies for how to set boundaries. We talk a lot about setting boundaries, but how often do you actually put those things into practice? And so pretty much a big portion of our month will be spent around setting those healthy boundaries as a form of self-care, and then starting to implement that in your leadership. And then our last workshop that we will work on together is where we will talk about cultivating compassion, empathy, and reflection. And what does that look like for us as a leader, and how do we can leverage those tools in our leadership? And then we'll wrap up the program. So 90 days sounds like a long time, but when you look at it from this point of view, like on a weekly basis, you see how short of a time that is and how much we are going to be working on together over those 90 days, 1 week at a time. So I just wanted to share a couple of testimonials or endorsements from some of my clients and the ways that they have been able to benefit specifically from the coaching aspect, and how it has really, really supported them having a coach that was hands-on, someone who was in there with them, who wasn't just providing some, a recording for them, but actually getting in there and giving them the support that they needed. And so one of the women that I worked with was actually the director of counseling for her church. And she and I worked together we actually worked together for 90 days. And we worked on giving her the tools that she needed to be able to push through some of the things that with her confidence that she was dealing with, being able to speak up in meetings, share her thoughts and her ideas, not constantly second guessing herself and dealing with the self-doubt that often comes when you are in a new leadership position. And so that is how she and I were able to work together, and then her becoming more empowered with using her voice more in those work settings. Another person that I work with is actually a nurse practitioner. And when she came to me, a lot of what she was dealing with was the comparison trap, right? Falling head over into the comparison trap of comparing herself with others. But through our working together, she was able to set goals that actually matched with who she was, what was meaningful to her, that helped her lean into what her strengths were, help her learn how to build confidence through achieving some of those goals and actually embracing more of who she is as a person rather than trying to be like other people or doing things the way that other people thought were best. And it even helped her have better work-life balance, right? It helped her to have more of the life that was more in alignment with what she was actually looking for and wanting for herself in that process. So what's next? So if this has really answered maybe some of the questions you had in your mind, some of the hesitation of why you haven't been able to actually take that step and say, you know what, I think I'm going to go for this, right? So maybe now I've been able to answer some of those questions for you. Maybe you've been on the fence for a minute. And if that's the case, you can head over to strongher.me/leadership cohort. It's right here on the screen, strongher.me/leadership cohort. And actually, I will actually type this in over here as well. So strongher.me/leadership cohort. And it has the details about the program. Okay, so I'm going to share this on the screen for you. strongher.me/leadership cohort. If you go there, you can book a call with me. And I'm intentionally doing it this way because I want you to have an opportunity to share with me, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that you need? Why now in your life are you ready to take this step? And so we are going to have a conversation. It will not be a pushy call of me trying to talk you into something or guilt you into something or shame you into something, but really it will actually just be a conversation to assess where you are right now and how this could possibly be a good fit for you. And then after that, you will complete an application. Actually, you'll do that right before you'll complete that application before our call. So I kind of know exactly where you're coming from. Then you and I will meet to discuss your vision for transformation over the next 90 days. And then you will pay your registration fee for the program and you'll get started on your 90 days of transformation. It really is that simple. I don't happen to see any questions for me in the comments. But again, when you're watching this, maybe you need to come back and watch it. Share with me in the comments any questions that you have, and I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you. And here are some other ways that you can actually connect with me. If you want to reach out directly to me, you maybe don't want to fill out the form just yet, but you would like to do a follow-up conversation with me, you can do that as well using this information. And so I would love to see you in this program, making these changes, getting the support that you need for the goals that you have for yourself. And so until you and I meet again or connect again, I want to encourage you to work your plan and watch God work. All right. Bye, y'all.